Bennett said relates this touching story about a bus that was bumping along a back road in the south. In one seat, a wispy old man sat holding a bunch of fresh flowers. Across the aisles was a young girl whose eyes came back again and again to the man flowers. The time came for the old man to get off. Impulsively, he thrust the flowers into the girl's lap. I can see you love the flowers, he explained, and I think my wife would like for you to have them. I will tell her I give them to you. The girl accepted the flowers and then watched the old man get off the bus and walk through the gate of a small cemetery. A friend of ours was walking down a deserted Mexican beach at sunset. As he walked along, he began to see another man in the distance. As he grew nearer, he noticed that the local native kept leaning down, picking something up, and throwing it out into the water. Time and again, he kept hurling things out into the ocean. As our friend approaches even closer, he noticed that the man was picking up starfish that had been washed up on the beach, and one at a time, he throwing them back into the water. Our friend was puzzled. He approached the man and said, "Good evening, friend. I was wondering, what are you doing?" "I'm throwing these starfish back into the ocean. You see, it's low tide right now, and all of these starfish have been washed up onto the shore. If I don't throw them back into the sea, they will die up here from lack of oxygen." "I understand," my friend replied, "but there must be thousands of starfish on this beach. You can't possibly get to all of them. There are simply too many. And don't you realize this is probably happening on hundreds of beaches all up and down this coast? Can't you see that you can't possibly make a difference?" The local native smiled, bent down, and picked up yet another starfish. And as he threw it back into the sea, he replied, "Made a difference to that one." "So, do you think I'm courageous?" she asked. "Yes, I do. Perhaps I am, but that's because I had some aspiring teachers. I will tell you about one of them. Many years ago, when I worked as a volunteer at Stanford Hospital, I got to know a little girl named Lisa who was suffering from a rare and serious disease. Her only chance of recovery appeared to be a blood transfusion from her 5 years old brother, who had miraculously survived the same disease and had developed the antibodies needed to combat the illness. The doctor explained the situation to her little brother and asked the boy if he would be willing to give his blood to his sister. I saw him hesitate for only a moment before taking a deep breath and saying, "Yes, I will do it if it will save Lisa." As the transfusion progressed, he lay in a bed next to his sister and smiled, as we all did, seeing the color returning to her cheeks. Then his face grew pale and his smile faded. He looked up at the doctor and asked with a trembling voice, "Will I start to die right away?" Being young, the boy had misunderstood the doctor. He thought he was going to have to give all his blood. "Yes, I've learned courage," she added, "because I had inspiring teachers."